Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Cincinnati. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drop, and a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. They'll get this complete left side to Johnston. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. The Bengals will call out the field goal unit. This one from 47 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bills nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, he's got Horton. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width. Not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to be marked down up around the 33.
13 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. It's a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast, and these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Third down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will open up a 13-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Forced to his right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down. The bootleg, he'll look to throw here.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a shot here, deep middle. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Now to try here for the point after. He's got it. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Bills nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchdown.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
right back to the air following that pick six. Taking off. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards. To the air now on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. There he goes again. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. 3rd down coming up.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Out to his right. To the end zone. It's intercepted.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. 2nd and 7.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to throw. Rolling right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. They'll look to throw yet again. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air one more time. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That his second TD catch of the season.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Bengals add on to their already sizable lead.
30. Bills nothing.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. They'll look to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And again, it's their inability to prevent negative plays. It's a big reason, Mike, why they find themselves trailing in this game. First play of the series, they already put themselves in a massive hole.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Not fun here. Third and a lot. Hill brought in motion. Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he's going to have the Bills' first down on what will be a big play there for fourth and long. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Tight end motioning left. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's taken in. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing now from the gun. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close.
And the Bills' first down.
They'll send their tight end left. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. He gets free. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, But to get 2 pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The extra point, up and good. And the Bengals stretch things out even further.
Bills nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
Third down. He'll set up to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout in Texas. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
From
second
the
and
34,
4.
here's 2nd and 4. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Buffalo. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Buffalo.
They'll run it here with Jones. He slams it in there, and he is in. Velus Jones. Touchdown, Bills. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Score, Bengals 37, Bills 7. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw, and they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run the option left. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of
Quarterbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense. But when they can come up in run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is caught left side by Taylor. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for a Bills.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Bills.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown,
extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good, and the Bills will get just a bit closer.
40, Bills 14. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will add one more onto their big lead.
Bills 47, Bills 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so